they don't talk to me. You ain't never help your mans, don't talk to me. You should follow all the trends, don't talk to me.
Hey guys, what's going on? It is your girl Jada K and welcome back to my channel. I'm not gonna be dramatic this time around. I really definitely just want to do a live update. So if you haven't already, make sure you grab your wine and not drop it. And let's just do like a quick little life update. I really kind of wanted to make this video kind of just like a where have I been, my life in my mid-20s, and just understanding like life and just like not trying to get you guys scared for it but prepared for it. I always have had an idea in my head that I'm like everybody's big sis, you know, like in my head, like even if I don't even get the credit, like I genuinely feel like I carry myself like big sister. But sometimes, you know, big sister, she falls into the cracks, and I was just like, I wasn't cracking, I just was really like having a moment, and the moment lasted, I feel like a year. And I feel like that has to do like with my psyche, my frontal lobe developing fully, and just like seeing life for what it is. I still reside in Atlanta, which is like amazing. I'm having mixed thoughts about Atlanta just because, you know, I did take a break to do the corporate life, and you know, corporate life is just completely different than content life. If you're in content, you know, and I'm not even gonna claim content right now because like I said, it's been 5 months, which I'm just like, why has it been 5 months? I looked at my old videos and I was like, wow, like I really enjoy doing this, and the fact that I had to stop it to like do corporate, it just was like dawning on me a little bit. So I don't know, I had like a revelation, and I've been really, you know, good with a couple of things. But the first thing I would really say, and just like your journey overall and just like life, I feel like for me at least, scheduling my life, not in day to day, but like on a daily level, just trying to figure out like, okay, so if I have, you know, 24 hours in a day, I'm working from, you know, 8 to 4, and I have to move and do content for whatever time, like that's how I'm gonna base my life off of in order to like make both work. Like I really have had conversations with people and they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, not necessarily saying like quit your job, but why don't you just take a back burner, you know, do something else. And I feel like I did that last year, and I just like I literally felt like I was a chicken like running without its head. Like I just was all over the place. I didn't really know what was going on, and it really dawned on me that I needed to like really prep for this year. And that's exactly what I've been doing. You know how people say like, oh, the year doesn't really start in February? For me, I wouldn't even say the year starts in March. Like the year starts when I'm ready, and that's just what that is. Like I said, I really enjoy doing this, and I really enjoy the prep, and I've been in like a nostalgic feeling of just like having my content life back. I don't know, like I just been like, wow, like I really do miss having content, doing content, being like, you know, in front of the camera again. I feel like the reason why I drifted away a little bit is because I just got so bored with my white background. As you can see today, I have a different background. The white background sometimes for me like was just so stagnant. Like it just was just so like not necessarily boring because it looks professional, but I think me having a white background and like just not really feeling inspired by the background and like always having to see that in my videos, I was like, okay, no, like I need to evolve. And I feel like that was a challenge for me in itself. Like I was just like, okay, like I need to evolve, I need a schedule, and I need to figure out why I stopped doing this because I love it so much. I usually do sit downs. I feel like I evolve into the next level. So like my first sit down was very like prissy pump, picky pop, picky ticky tack, like very like, okay, I'm in Atlanta. Oh my god, I just realized something. My sit downs are really when I can reflect and then execute change. Like, as dramatic as that sounds, I feel like my first sit down, I was very like, okay, I was super young and I was like, oh my God, like how am I gonna, you know, make my way into the Atlanta scene, modeling, like what can I do? I'm so excited, I'm so ready, da, 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 da. Okay, so that was that sit down. I think I had another sit down where I just talked about like just, I don't think I think that was my only sit down. I don't know, I have to think about it. I try to reference as many videos to kind of see my evolution, but this sit down that I'm thinking of precisely is like, I was like for sure first in it. Like, I was in the thick of being like excited about being in Georgia, excited about modeling opportunities. That all is great, and that all had its amazing run, and I think I've met so many amazing people. I'm not saying I don't want to model anymore, but I definitely want to reach different lengths, and I think that that's like what that sit down was about. That sit down was about me just being like excited, ready, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to move, I'm ready to evolve into like my mid-20s, which I am now, like but every time I sit down, I'm in an evolution state. I'm ready to challenge myself. But back to, you know, what I was saying about my content, I felt like it just was so boring. Like, I just was like, okay, like, well, not boring because it's like high quality, but like it didn't feel evolved in the way that I see myself. I am a Leo, but I'm a Virgo cusp or whatever people say. I'm learning about that like myself, but I'm a perfectionist. So being a perfectionist, having, you know, looking at my content, I'm like, what can I do better? I'm watching other girls and I'm like, wow, like I really, you know, like that about this. And I'm like, okay, the first step is changing my scenery. You know what I mean? Changing my scenery, getting more like different vibes. If I do a makeup video, I think I'm gonna, you know, secure that for the white wall. If I do anything else, I'm trying to figure out what I can do for my hair videos. So, you know, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I can't do my hair videos in my living room. Like, that's just not gonna happen. When I say different, I want everything to kind of be different. Like, I have like a marketing background, so I want my call to action to like make sense, and I want to like use everything that I've learned and grasp over the years and kind of like apply it to my content, because girl, like, I was just getting so bored with the white wall. So I don't think that like maybe you guys at home weren't saying that, but I was just like, girl, I can't do the white wall anymore. I went from white curtains to a white wall, and I'm like, okay, we need to switch it up, we need to change it up, we need to expand. So yeah, that's all. I just wanted to just like, you know, get on here and just say, I'm sorry guys, like I'm really sorry. I think just like maturing, you just like feel like there's more important things. And like, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm like a dreamer, but I would definitely say I have aspirations and I see myself in bigger lights. So it's just like, okay, the stepping, I literally took a year off. Like, I literally took a year off. I literally took a year off of everything. I had to get my life together. I'm working out more. I'm feeling like really confident in terms of just like me and myself overall. There's just been like a little minor changes for a major change, which I'm excited about. And I just kind of want to embrace my mid-20s. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm like, oh, like I didn't feel like, now that I think about it, I think I felt like it like was passing me by, but I think I lived really amazing. Like, you know, I lived it up. Like, I lived amazingly. I lived it up. I'm continuing that era of my life, but I'm kind of like, you know, she's cleaned up a little bit. I wouldn't even say like I was like a wild child or anything crazy, but I just feel like I can be very honest with myself. And I think that's something that you learn in your mid-20s, is that like, you're still young, you're still like a baby, you're not in your 30s yet, you haven't hit the 30 club, but there are things that, you know, you're like, okay, wait, I can actually not involve myself in this. I can actually not involve myself in that, and I can actually involve myself in myself in order to kind of see my own happiness. And that just goes along with just so many things. So apply it how you want to. Apply it how you want to, girl. Apply it how you want to. Also, just like with budgeting, I feel like I've always been a great budgeter. I will say I can ball on a budget. Like, you know that? Yeah, I can really ball on a budget. But as you get older, honey, there are so many things that are like, wait, this costs this much? Why does this cost this much? And what is the reason? What is the reason, Steven? Where is all this coming from, you know? So I feel like, yeah, budgeting is a really good trait to have. It's really good to just kind of like know where you're at, where you're gonna be, and so that way you can spend what you want, you could do what you want. Like, seriously, budgeting is real, it's helpful, you need to do it because, honey, you know how before it used to be like, oh, I have money for a rainy day. No, you need to have a rainy day, a storm, a tornado, an earthquake, everything. Like, you need to have it for everything. And like, that's not to say like don't spend your money, because that's where I was at. I was like, oh my god, like I have rent, I have this, I have that, I have this, I have car insurance, I have so many things. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I think budgeting more. And then like once you get back on your feet, rain, car insurance, no, rain, tornado, earthquake, storm. So once you get back on your feet, then you could kind of like dibble and dabble, right? Or whatever you feel like you want to do. So yeah, that's just kind of like what it is. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like I feel a lot better, because before I was like, girl, this is too much. I was like, this is too much, this is too much, this is too much, this is too much. Like, oh girl, and like distractions, like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, as your big sister, do not fall into any distractions as best you can. Like, enjoy the distractions for what they are, of course, but like, don't attach yourself to distractions. And that's friends, men, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever you want to call it. It's just like, distractions are just for the not good for you, not good for you, girl. I wouldn't even say I was getting gimmicky, but I like despise gimmicks. Like, I can see through, like, literally the Leo in me, I can see through the gimmicks. And like, I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be the girl that's like gimmicky and like whatever. Like, I just kind of want to like be true to myself and like be honest and be like me, do my hair, do my makeup, do my errands, and get to it. But like, literally sometimes, at least there was a point in social media before I matured and evolved and got all that good stuff out of there. There was a time in social media where I was literally looking at everything and I was like, wow, this is such a gimmick. Like, gimmick. And I'm like, okay. And then I like got into like a social media like hole, and it was just like a lot of just like interesting weird stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this is getting a little out of hand. I felt like, yeah, like that girl who was just like drawn to her phone and it was like sucking her in. I'm like, oh my god, that's literally how I feel, and I don't want to feel like that. So I took a social media break without announcing it, of course, but I just had to take a break and like, you know, get back to family, get back to life, get back to, you know, work, get back to school. So it just was a lot, and I just was like, wow, like I need a way to balance everything in order to like be fully balanced, coming together in a whole. Because like, I wouldn't even say it's depression or whatever, but I wouldn't even say it's depression. I just was like super stagnant, but I was like stagnant, like I was like frozen, like I was frozen, literally I was frozen. So yeah, I just had to take a minute and like mature a little bit and get myself together. And like, I do see the difference, but at the same time, I really do appreciate the difference, because honey, it's just different. It is different. I'm different. It's a different game. It's a different ball game. Life is lifing, but I feel like we always look at life is lifing as a negative, and we should just be like, you know what, life is lifing, but we're seeing it through because it's not easy. Well, I'm really excited about what the rest of the year brings. Like 2024, it feels lucky, it feels, you know, exciting, it feels like a 4-leaf clover. Like, you know, that's just like been my sentiment for the rest, like for the year, but it took me a while to get here. But like, that's been my sentiment for the rest of the year. Like, I just want it to be kind of like super lucky. I want to be a little bit different. I want to evolve in literally everything that I do. I don't want to be frozen or stagnant. I just kind of want to like go for it and just go for it, because I know how I feel when I'm not going for it, and I don't really like that feeling. So if I go for it, then it's supposed to be good. But if I'm not going for it, then it's like, okay, well, why am I not going for it? I should literally be going for it. So I'm excited. I know you guys are probably tired of me, like, girl, bye, like, you know, but genuinely, there are, like I said, scheduling is going to be my best friend. I know what my flaws are. My flaws are, I will literally let time pass me by. Like, and it's not even about like scrolling on my phone. I will literally let time pass me by. Literally, like schoolwork in itself, like I noticed that I'm like, wow, like I've been sitting here for 8 hours and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this chapter, but like I'm brain dead, and I don't like that. So scheduling and like grasping things and evolving is like really what I'm gonna be on this year, and I'm very excited. But yeah, I'm honestly just ready to get back out there. Literally, I'm ready to get back out there. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.